Hello and welcome to the March 2020 readings. My name's Dylan R McCabe and I'd like to thank you all for being here. Thank you to everyone who's liked, commented and shared so far, and thank you to all of my subscribers as well. I really appreciate you all being here. So I'm recording this message as a general message before we get into the individual messages for the zodiac signs, because I wanted to talk a little bit about March in general, the energies as we move into March and as we come towards the end of March as well. We start off in Pisces and we end in Aries. And Aries comes about when we get to the spring equinox around the 20th, 21st of March. So this is a real sense of renewal, this is a new journey, this is a new beginning. And Pisces is the closing out of that journey, the closing out of that cycle. So you could see that as kind of merging with the all, all are one, and we're all connected, and it's this really expanded view of life, the world, of energy. And Pisces is very dreamy, very healing. It's a water sign, and it can be a little bit dreamlike, and maybe not quite as focused as we could be. So just keep that in mind. However, it's a nice time to dream big. So, and also to feel the connectedness as well around us, and to be able to connect with the energies around us and enjoy nature, particularly enjoy being near water. But then, we're going to move into Aries, which is very different. It's initiatory, it is fresh energy, like I said, and it's the creative spark, it's the initial kind of energy to get going on the next journey. So it makes me think of the Fool card in the tarot. So you get around to the World card at the end of the tarot journey, the Fool's journey, and then you start again, because the Fool is 0. In the deck he's 0, so he can go at the end or the beginning of the major arcana. So I feel like, in a way, this is kind of like Fool energy. It's the initial spark of adventure. Aries can be very adventurous. So yeah, in spring, really enjoy, or even autumn in the southern hemisphere actually, still enjoy that kind of Aries energy of this excitement for the journey. And it's also about the individual as well. So it's a really good time to tap into who you truly are authentically as yourself, and then start to build your confidence around that. So that's the general message for the beginning of the March 2020 readings, and I will now go into each astrological sign. I hope you enjoy your video for your sign, and I will speak to you all very soon. Hi Taurus, welcome to your March 2020 reading. So let's carry on with the energy from the introduction. Moving into spring, let's see what wants to come through for you at this time. Really, we're not really that far away from your solar return. We're a month, maybe a month and a half ahead of that for you, Taurus. So you may be recapping on some of the things that you've been learning over the past year. Let's see what wants to come out first. So, okay, 9 of Swords. Interestingly, this came out for Aries as well. So there could be a sense of kind of collective anxiety going on here, where it's not really surprising, because we have the amount of things that are happening in the world, and if you are particularly sensitive, or you are really interested in what's happening in the world, and you feel partly responsible and you want to change things, that's the sense that I'm getting with this card. I want to say, have a kind of media detox of all kinds. Maybe if you've got a lot of things coming up in your newsfeed, for example, if you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, more so with Facebook, sometimes there's a tendency for a lot of negative posts to be put on Facebook, or even if they are posts to raise awareness, then they could be a little too shocking for your system. That's what I'm getting through this card. And things that you're worrying about could keep you up at night, or you could be feeling anxiety around not being able to change things in the way that you would like to. I really get a sense that you'd like to make a difference in the world, and sometimes there's almost an element of powerlessness. So any kind of media detox would be good, keep away from newspapers and the news as much as possible. I find it useful to be informed and to kind of have a loose grasp on what's happening in the world. However, it can be very overwhelming if you consume too much of the negative news that comes across to us. So maybe have a little detox of your friends list, or maybe who you follow, maybe just your news feed, where you can, unfollow people on your news feed. I can't remember the word for it exactly, but it's a good time to remove things that bring you to this state. Of course, anything that's going to bring you relax and respite. I talk to Aries about finding kind of de-stress ways to make sure that you're tired at the end of the day, not in an exhausted way, but in a fulfilled way. So at the end of the day, you could release negative energy that maybe you might have accidentally picked up through the day that might not be yours. That's another thing as well. A lot of this is picking up on energy that isn't necessarily yours. You don't have to take this on. So yeah, just finding practices, maybe sitting and just breathing for a while, having a cup of tea, maybe a nighttime tea, a herbal tea before bed, and just kind of sipping at that. And don't drink too much tea before bed, because you'll be waking up in the night and that's going to affect your sleep pattern. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Really have a bit of a detox. Anything that's bringing you into that state of the Nine of Swords, anything that's making you feel worried. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. It doesn't do anybody any favours, and it really can weigh you down over time. Of course, it's absolutely natural to care about the things that are happening in the world and to care about family and friends. However, taking on the burden of the world or other people's problems doesn't do us or anyone else any favours. You need to be keeping yourself grounded and keeping yourself in a good state in order to get to where you want to be in your own life. And from that platform, from that state of groundedness, then you can move forwards, out into the world with this stability. And you are a fixed earth sign, so you have got that stability, kind of innately in your energy. So really tap into that, and then you can begin to help, maybe in just small ways. I feel like contributions of some kind, could help you to feel really good. So let's go on to the second card. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is a very different energy to the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're about to embark on something new, which is perfect, really, for this energy of moving towards the spring equinox and into Aries season. I feel... Yeah, okay, so what I was talking about with the Nine of Swords and what I was just saying about the detoxing, this is really about letting go of those things that weigh you down. Because look at this energy, look at the difference between these cards. It's just incredible, isn't it? So, yeah, in coming back into yourself and having that firm foundation, you'll notice he's standing on a cliff. He's got this stone, this rock beneath him. He is about to leap into the unknown, but at the same time, he's very open to that, and he's light, and the only way you're going to achieve this lightness is to let go of what isn't serving you and to let go of energy that isn't yours. Something that's very useful that you can say, affirm around that is, I now release all energies that are not mine, or energies that do not belong to me, anything along those lines. So then, you're light and you're free and you're ready to move forwards, and the sun's shining on you, and it's a really nice spring-like energy, actually. And it is a huge relief when we start to see the sun shine again. Let's see. Okay, so I'm picking up on the dog in this card. I feel that anybody who is truly loyal to you, and when you're loyal to yourself, and you're going to attract people who are also loyal to you and your cause, whatever your cause might be. I feel like there's going to be such a sense of wanting to get out there and experience new things after you've started to let go of the old the older burdens there. So I think that card really speaks for itself. So I'm going to pull a new card. And one thing I do want to say that just came through then is this bag here. This is your energy that you're carrying with you. This is your toolkit. These are your energies to carry through with you. And it's a very small bag. He travels light. He doesn't have an awful lot of stuff with him. He's really let go, you know. So yeah, you're in a much lighter place to move forwards. So let's see what other energies want to come through for that. Oh, lovely, yeah. So in moving forwards on your own path, you're going to be starting to feel a sense of this feels like what you want. This actually feels like what you want to create in life. Moving on from struggle and moving on from carrying burdens, allowing yourself then to be more in this yellow solar plexus empowered energy and this freedom. That kind of energy is going to bring you what you desire, which is this. So the Ten of Pentacles is really reaching a place of stability in the physical world and also financially. So, you know, with being Taurus, you are connected to Venus, and you're also, you know, you're an earth sign. It's all about finances, your own finances, it's about money, it's about possessions. And really, I feel you're probably quite happy in that kind of energy, you know, when you've got the things that you love around you. And there are also people here as well. Family can be to do with connecting with your family members at a deeper level, and being able to just enjoy your physical environment. Yeah, because in the Fool card, it almost feels like, you know, you're going out on this adventure alone, but I'm not really seeing this as you being alone for very long. It's not like a hermit card kind of feeling, it's the Fool. So it's this feeling of lightness, really, of then being able to move into this and actually enjoy it because you're not carrying the weight of everything else. I'm really noticing the grandfather here, so there's a real strong grandfather energy. Whether this is someone who's passed and is in spirit and they're around you and they're supporting you, so you're getting ancestral support, or whether there's a grandfather kind of figure in your life, or one will be coming in who's almost like a mentor, but there's definitely that energy. And also you've got the dogs here again, so dogs are really playing quite a big role energetically for you this month. So if you do have dogs in your life, you could actually derive even more pleasure from spending time with them. They're so loving and so loyal and so excited about everything. It could really help you to get into this energy of, you know, that excitement of life. And even if there's a particularly older, you know, an older dog in your life, maybe that the dog who is older can help you to settle into this more settled energy as well. That's what I got from that. Yeah, there's a real the word establishment came through, so you'll be establishing how it is that you want to move forward and what you actually want to create, you know, all of these beautiful things that you can create around you. I'm also feeling like the space around you, that would be really helpful to surround yourself with beautiful things, you know, like you're connected to Venus, so really nice materials and maybe some crystals would be really nice as well. Yeah, just getting this sense of luxury. Allow yourself to experience luxury inwardly and outwardly. So I'm going to draw a card from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And let's see what wants to come through as a final message. Yeah, okay, so win or lose. So this is, this always feels like, to me, you've got two choices. You can choose to focus on winning or you can choose to focus on losing. And quite often fives aren't to do with choice, they're more to do with change. However, every choice that you make can bring about change in your life. So changing from, from this energy to this energy by releasing the baggage that isn't yours can lead you to this. So this would be the consequence, the positive consequence of the choice to move away from the heavier energy. So really, in order to move from the Nine of Swords energy to move to the Fool energy, there's a decision that has to be made to focus more on the positive energy, the lighter energy, and the good supportive energy than any energy that could be stale, stagnant, negative, anybody around you who can be quite toxic. If you can't move away from them completely, then limit your time with them, or make sure you're very energetically protected, and maybe just share your dreams for the future with people who understand and who actually want to support you with that, and who can actually inspire you along the way as well. And that could be the dog that I mentioned in this card here, who's going along for the ride with you. He's off on an adventure with you, and it's really good to surround yourself with people like this, or not even necessarily surround yourself. If you don't have many people like that in your life, there might be just that one person, or even your dog, that you can talk to about how you'd like to move forwards. As long as you're in a supportive atmosphere, whether that be inner or outer, whether that be just coming from you or also coming from other people. So I hope this reading's been helpful for you, Taurus. It's been really, really good to speak to you about the energies of this month. You can go to the links below if you'd like to contact me. You can book in for a private reading or healing or a birth chart report. And if you feel to share this with other people, maybe on social media, it's always really good to reach more people. And I'm really happy when my messages go further out there. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate you being here. And I will catch up with you next month. Have a beautiful March. Bye bye.